And today is G-Day for the Democratic Alliance-led coalition to reinstate ex-Nelson Mandela Bay UDM Deputy Mayor Mongameli Bobani. Now the party has buckled, and as the 4 p.m. deadline looms, it seems that the UDM will head to court to get their man back in position. The breakdown in relations between the UDM and DA has not only put strain on the DA-led coalition, which up to now had been crucial for the survival of the DA-led council. Now the other smaller parties in the council will take centre stage as possible kingmakers, with the EFF still staying out of the coalition talks at this stage. All right, so this could change the whole political makeup of the Nelson Mandela Bay. The UDM, we spoke to them on Friday, is standing firm that they want Mr. Bobani back as Deputy Mayor. Let's cross now to our reporter, Lerato Tipa in Port Elizabeth. Lerato, what's the latest?
Well, a very good morning, a very good afternoon to you too. Interesting 4 days in the metro, really a tug of war between the UDM and the DA. And like you said earlier on, this clash of power has now put the smaller parties, PA, ACDP and COPE, as the kingmakers in the Nelson Mandela Bay metro. Joining me this afternoon is Marlon Daniels. As you know, he is the leader of the PA in this region. And he also has been on the forefront in passing the motion of no confidence against the Deputy Mayor. Marlon, let's take us back briefly first to why it was important for you as a smaller party, or one of the smallest parties in council, to pass this motion against the Deputy Mayor.
Well, firstly, Lerato, the discussion has been ongoing for a while between myself, our President Gayton McKenzie, and our National Chairperson Leanne Williams around what to do and what not to do. But we were hoping that this impasse will be sorted out between the Mayor and the Deputy Mayor and the rest of the coalition partners. But since this has been coming on since November last year, we couldn't take it anymore because the people are suffering. And in suffering and non-service delivery because of the impasse, everybody in council gets the label that we are not delivering. And we were not going to stand still and sit back and allow us also to be tarnished with non-deliverance based on the impasse. And nationally, Gayton McKenzie and Williams said, Marlon, we need to do something. They're not doing anything. Let us do something. And that prompted us to do so.
Now, the PA for a long time has just had one seat in council and really has taken a back seat in council as well. But now you guys on the forefront, yourself, ACDP and COPE, with one seat each, kind of are that deciding factor now between whether the coalition will go forward or not. How important is the PA's vote in this council?
Well, the PA stands out as the kingmakers because we are only 120 councillors here. The coalition, with its partners, had 61 against 59 opposition. With the UDM moving over to the opposition, leaves the coalition partners with 59 against 61. So we have now moved over to the DA, which brought in the balance, which is now sitting with a hung council, giving the speaker a casting vote, should there be voting taking place in council. And without the PA, there would not be a hung council, and then the scales will be tipped towards the opposition, which in this case we cannot allow, because look, on 3rd of August the people voted. The DA got the majority seats, and we need to respect the outcome of the elections. And that is why we're putting our shoulder behind the coalition partners consisting of the DA, COPE and ACDP.
Last week at the press conference, we saw that obviously the ACDP and COPE are also on the PA side as well. How crucial are also those two votes for the coalition as well?
Absolutely crucial. You know, the beauty of this is that we cannot disregard any party in this coalition arrangement. Everybody is as important as the other one. And it is not a matter of, like some people refer to a DA-led coalition. It's not a DA-led coalition. It's a coalition partnership between various parties. And everybody, because look at the balance of power. One seat tilts the scale and brings the balance about. So that should wrap it up for you as to the importance of a single seat in this instance. So I don't think that ACDP, nor COPE, nor the PA should be disregarded by only having one seat. It is the one seat that put us into a hung council position, giving the speaker the casting vote, which is important.
And also, last, in your opinion, there are obviously issues that the vote last week was unlawful. You were in council last week when it happened. Just as we close, we know that the UDM is taking the matter legally now. What is your stance on that as someone who was actually inside when the matter took place?
Yeah. Look, the truth must always prevail. No matter what story we're talking about, the truth must be take first preference. Truth of the matter is that there was a quorum. The United Front is not in the country, Councillor Kusta Matsila. which means we were only 119 in council. It was a full house. So when I tabled the motion, all parties partook in the debate around whether he must be removed or not. And then the matter was put by Councillor Banga. And once a matter is put, it means we go over to a vote and there's no more further discussions. At that point in time, the opposition parties decided to walk out. Unfortunately, look, 60 voted for, which means out of 119, we were the majority. They did not vote. Some of them remained behind in chambers. There were warm bodies in chambers, which put us over the threshold of 61 to curate. Whether they decided to chant and dance and rave, it's up to them what they wanted to do. The voting proceeded, 60 voted for. Quite a handful of them were left in chambers dancing, but whether you're in chambers, you do count to constitute, and therefore we did curate. It's not fair, and it's not right what they are saying, that it was done illegally. It's the first time when this motion was tabled, they had the right to decide not to be present, but they decided to hang around and debate this item on the agenda, which makes them part and parcel of the item. So why now, when we went over to a vote, did they decide to walk out? Unfortunately, the arrogance left them with egg on the face, because it encouraged some of them to stay behind in chambers to cause commotion and a noise while the voting was continuing. But that constitutes the warm bodies in council, in chambers, and of course we were clearly over 70 people in council when the voting took place.
Well, that was the PA, Marlon Daniel, saying that the vote of no confidence against Deputy Mayor Bobani was in fact legal last week. News just in is that at 1:30, the Mayor, Ethel Trollop, and also his coalition partners will be holding a press conference this afternoon at 1:30, just to give the way forward and their stance on the future of Bobani and also future of this coalition. So news to look forward to later on this afternoon. For now, let's go back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, Larata, and we do hope to take that conference for you live when the Mayor, Ethel Trollop, from the DA, who voted obviously against the Deputy Mayor, he will hold that briefing then.